What is up, and welcome back to Emphasis on Sports. I'm your host, Damon Anthony, and as you already know, we are doing our NFL conference breakdown. All right, so last half hour talked about the AFC. Really cool. I really think that the Jets are going to come out of that. Check out that episode just to get a breakdown division by division because I did talk about all the teams and how I think those divisions are going to shake up. With that said, NFC, let's get it. All right. Like I said in the last one, the way I do mine, news. North, east, west, south. So with that said, let's start with the NFC North. Now, NFC North is going to be a real interesting. Um, I'll get to why in just a second, but there's some really different things with the teams, right? At the bottom of the NFC North, I'm going to go with the Minnesota Vikings. I believe J.J. McCarthy has a meniscus injury. I know they got Sam Darnold. Love him, my guy, USC guy, played for the Niners last year. But even though they have Justin Jefferson out there, I don't really know how that quarterback position is going to shake out. And in that division, it's going to be paramount that the quarterback plays well. So I just don't see Minnesota doing that great this season. This is definitely a building season for them. You know, time will tell any given Sunday. But I got them at the bottom of the NFC North. Right above them, Green Bay Packers. A lot of people are walking into this season thinking that the Green Bay Packers are going to be just that great team and that Jordan Love is going to ascend to the level of the Green Bay quarterbacks before him, Rodgers, Favre, right? And I'm not saying he's not going to. It's going to be tough to do that, though. It just is. They had a really good second half of the season and a really solid playoff run. Truth be told, they definitely could have beat the 49ers. They didn't, but they could have. I don't know how this is going to go for Jordan Love in his second year. Just got that big bag. Congrats to that. But they've made some changes along the way, too, on the offense, especially in their backfield. Now we're going to see if the whole Matt LaFleur thing, this is the second year into the Matt LaFleur offense with Matt LaFleur's quarterback. So we'll see how that goes. But I still have them coming in third in the NFC North. And second, this one may shock a few. I got the Bears. Now, I'm a USC fan, so I watch a lot of Caleb Williams when he was in college. Damn good quarterback. And what he kind of has on the offensive side, he's walking kind of into a Brock Purdy situation. Quiet as kept. You got stud receivers. You got Keenan Allen on one side. You got DJ Moore on the other side. They just went out and got Swift. They got Cole Kmet at tight end. This is all that a rookie quarterback can ask for. As long as they keep him upright, as long as they can block for him, give him 4 seconds, and at least let him be able to move, that offense could be dynamic. They really could. We know it's Chicago. They bring the defense all the time. That's who they are. We'll just have to see. But I got them in second in the NFC North. I'm really expecting some good things from them. So don't let me down, Bear Nation. Just don't let me down. All right? But number one, the Detroit Lions. I'm a realist. They look like a damn good team. They look like the best Lions team that I've seen in my life. Really. I mean, Jared Goff, he's never been a slouch. You know, he wasn't what McVay wanted, but that's okay. He's what Detroit wanted. That dude's he has his lunch bell, he has his hard hat, he gets after it. We know what Amon-Ra St. Brown is. We know what Jahmyr Gibbs is, David Montgomery. We know Sam Laporta is going to do his thing. Let's see what happens at the other receiver spots on offense. But I mean, they're going to be good. The defense, they're going to come out lunch pill ready to rock. They also kept their coordinators. The coordinators are coming back for a reason. They're going to be a team on a mission. They are going to be hard to take down. They're going to be real hard to take down. I think they take home the NFC North. I think the Bears challenge them. I think that's going to be some real good football. especially in any of those games, Lions, Bears, Packers, whenever any of them play each other. Whatever happens on Thanksgiving, I am going to love to see it. But it's going to be a real interesting season for them. All right. Let's move on to the NFC East. Bottom of the barrel there, New York Football Giants. I really don't have a whole lot to say about it. They went out and drafted a great receiver. Cool. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. I believe he could be a good quarterback. I just don't think he is at this moment. Losing Saquon Barkley is tough. It's tough because that dude does a lot of stuff on his own that he can manage a game back there and get you 100, get you a catch or two, blocks. He can take the focus off of other areas. Without him there, it's just ping your ears back and go get Daniel Jones. Ew, I don't know. I just don't know. Right above them in the NFC East, I got the Washington Commanders. They're an interesting team as well. They can easily be the second in the NFC East. You got you got Jaden back there. You got your new quarterback. You got an entirely new regime. This is the first step in completely banishing all Daniel Snyder things, right? So the coach is with the new ownership. This is who they want to run the thing. I think they're going to be okay. At the quarterback position, of course, we're going to have some questions. Let's see how good the kid is. I mean, he is a Heisman winner. We know that he could ball. We absolutely know that. We know that they got Terry Gorm. We know they got Jahan Dotson. They're good at the receiver area. We know Brian Robinson's back there. They went and picked up Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, that dude's going to get you some yards. He's going to score some touchdowns. He's going to make the defenses kind of rethink things. But there's still, just the questions at quarterback. How's their defense going to hold up? Let's see with them. Second in the NFC East, got to go with the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys continue to just look like the same team every year. Groundhog's Day. No matter what anybody says, they have their good moments. They go on little small stretch runs where you think like they're gonna be that team. They get to the playoffs, they lay an egg. We know Dak is one of the better quarterbacks in the league. At this point in his career, I've said this to some people. To me, he's the Black Tony Romo. He's going to put up numbers. In the big moments, it's just not going to happen. CD still hasn't re-signed. I'm pretty sure, he's going to re-sign. He's going to get there. Who the hell plays opposite of CD? What else do they have other than Jake Ferguson and CD? You go re-sign Zeke. Pollard's gone. I just don't know how good the team's going to be. They're going to get that number 2 slot for me just because, to be honest, it's the Cowboys, and they're kind of the same every year. So I expect them to play well enough to win some games, have the hysteria, have their team chant America's team, and then shit the bed. That's, somebody can say whatever they want there. I know Mike is going to be out there. I know the defense is going to be good, but I just they got to prove it to me. I'll never believe in them until they prove it to me. Much the same way as I felt last year with Detroit going into the season. I'm not going to say that they're good until they show me that they're good. They showed me that they're good. Dallas, show me you can get to a championship game, and then I'll believe it. You don't got to get to the Super Bowl. You don't got to win a ring. Just get to the championship game. It's not something you do. First place in the AFC East, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. I just think head to toe, they're the best team in the division. Jalen Hurts is going to, he's going to be solid back there. We know what they have at receiver. Now they got Saquon, so we know what they have at running back. They're gonna go out. They're gonna be studs. I want to see how their offensive line is without Jason Kelce when it comes to that 2-yard tush push area. A center's job. There's a lot of things there, but when you're the anchor in the middle on a 2-yard push play, is huge. Taking that out of the equation. So let's see what happens. You lost Hassan Reddick. That's a whole nother thing. But I feel like their defense may get a little better this year. I do believe they got Vic Fangio over there now. So they should be a better team all the way around. From what I understand, Hurts was a little unhealthy, or Hurts was hurt. Ha ha ha. Towards the end of the season, that's kind of why they fell off. He walks into the season fully healthy. They could be a very dangerous team. Very dangerous team. So I got Philly taking home the NFC East. Let's move to the NFC West. Bottom of the barrel there, I gotta say the Arizona Cardinals. What do they got? I mean, Kyler Murray, he's all right. Uh, let's not get it twisted, because you can have some highlights. That doesn't make you great. It just means you have a good highlight package. That's all he showed me. That's it. Connor back there, we know he's a stud. But what else do they really have? You got Marvin Harrison Jr., but what do you really got? Fourth place in the NFC West. That's what you got. I'm in third. I'm going to go with the Seattle Seahawks. We know Geno's going to be the starter. We know what they have on the outsides. We know that they have a really good young running back, but they're transitioning out of the Pete Carroll era into their new coach. They have tough teams ahead of them in the division. I don't know how far they get beyond that. NFC is going to be a little tougher. NFC West. NFC West is playing AFC East, and is playing the NFC North. That's not easy, especially not for Seattle. They're going to have to go against some really solid teams, plus play against the teams that's ahead of them. So I'm going to put Seattle in that third spot there. And number 2, I'm going to go with the Rams. We know Stafford's a good quarterback. We'll keep this for another day, but I actually think Stafford, like, he's not this great all-timer that everyone's talking about. I think he's an awesome quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but I think the pedestal is a little too high for him. It's going to be Puka Nakua's second year. You got Kyron Williams in the backfield. Cooper Kupp, if he stays healthy, we know what he can do. Let's see what that defense looks like without Aaron Donald. A player like Aaron Donald, they took up 2, sometimes 3 people, which freed up a lot of that defense. Now he's not there. He's not here on the field for this down. He's not there. So this changes how offenses are going to play against that defense. And we know that. I'm looking forward to seeing the change there. But I'm going to have them in my new number 2 spot. Number 1, San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, I'm a fan. But, I mean, there's not too many holes in the 49ers. Their biggest thing over the last 4 or 5 years is health and Shanahan. If Shanahan doesn't try to be too cute and leans on the things that work, and they're healthy, they should take care of this division with no problem. Just looking at the team, let's see, is Trent Williams. I believe that regardless of what happens, he's starting left tackle game 1 against the Jets. I don't know about the Brandon Ayuk situation. Of course, he's a valuable member of the team. I'll say it again, valuable member of the team. Definitely want to have him, back in the red and gold. But if that doesn't happen, that doesn't happen. If that doesn't happen, still got Debo, still got McCaffrey, still got Kittle. We still have players out there. We drafted Ricky Pearsall. We know in the backfield, we're stacked back there. We're fine back there. We got Juice also. And Juice showed us some things at fullback that most teams don't have. On the defensive side, we know what we are. Great defensive line. Bosa. Picking up Leonard Floyd was huge, very huge. We know we got Fred back there. Hopefully we can get everybody back from all of the injuries. Hufanga should be coming back. As long as we can get everybody back from the injuries and not sustain too many injuries, the 49ers should be a solid team moving forward and should easily take down the NFC West. There's going to be some tough games, but I think they take it down. NFC South. So bottom of the barrel there, of course, is the Carolina Panthers. This is Bryce Young's second year. There's a new coach, new system. Let's just see what they got. There's not a lot of notes on them. They're a different bad team than a lot of other bad teams because it's just is what it is there. You got rookie quarterback. You got or second year quarterback. You got a crazy ass owner who's not going to let anything actually develop. Is what it seems like. Usually you hire a quarterback and you give him 3 years. This guy might give you 3 months. So interesting business down there in Carolina. We shall see what happens. I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. Number 3 spot, I got the Saints. Now the Saints are going to hinge on Derek Carr. Which way does he swing? Sometimes he can go out there and light him up and be one of the best quarterbacks in the game. Sometimes, not so much. If he can go out there and just be consistent, be solid, you still got Kamara, even though he's getting a little older. But you got some players out there. The defense, Dennis Allen usually brings a pretty good defense. I know the defense is going to be all right. I just don't know about Carr. What's it going to do? How's that going to work out? And second there, me personally, I'm taking Atlanta in second place in the NFC South. And I'll tell you why. Now, we know that they have the talent. They got Drake London. They got Kyle Pitts. They got Bijan last year. We know that. And the big knock has just been at quarterback, right? They go and sign up Kirk Cousins. They go out and draft Michael Penix Jr. They have a new coach, too. I don't know how great that defense is going to be. I don't know. Is Kirk going to be healthy? Kyle Pitts hasn't showed me anything since he's been in the league. He was the talk of the league coming out of Florida. Everybody wanted Kyle Pitts. Everybody, he's going to be so great. He hasn't showed me anything. And a lot of players that end up being great ones that play for bad teams, they show you that greatness without having the great quarterback. They still can get it done. Had a lot of injury issues. We'll see what happens. But I can't put them any higher than second because they are a in parentheses team. Let's see what happens, right? And first, I got to stick with the team that won it last year for them. Tampa Bay Bucks. I mean, they're rolling out pretty much the same damn team. You can say what you want about Baker Mayfield. He's a solid quarterback. Is he a legend? Is he a Hall of Famer? No, not at this point. He's not. But is he a good quarterback? Is he going to win you some games? He's going to win you some games. Can he take it to the playoffs? We saw it last year. Take it to the playoffs. Is he going to go far in the playoffs? I don't know. I don't know. Does he have that mentality? I believe so. I think Cleveland was a bad place for him to start his career. I believe he needed to grow up here to start his career. But I think he's in a spot at this point where he has it upstairs. And I got them taking home the division. Let's move on to the playoffs. So, at San Francisco, number 1 seed. I got Philly, the 2nd seed. I got Detroit in the 3rd seed. I'm going to tell you why. So Philly, I actually think that division is just easier to navigate through with the NFC East. I think that they could probably go 5-1, 4-2 in that division. I don't see why not. Maybe they split with Dallas. At worst, they'll split with Washington. They're going to win 2 against New York, easy. So I think they're going to have a better divisional record, is what's going to propel them. When you look at Detroit, you got Chicago, you got Green Bay. Minnesota, they tend to play, decently tough game. But I think at best they can go, at very best, they're going to go 4-2 in their division. I think it's going to be more 3-3. So I'm going to put Philly at number 2. I'm going to put Detroit at number 3. At number 4, I'm going Tampa. Now, first wild card spot. I'm going Atlanta. while I do think that Tampa's going to win that division, I also think that Atlanta's going to be a good team. They might win some games down the stretch, some close ones that get them into the wild card chase, and I think they take down the top spot in the wild card. Number two wild card spot. Here comes a shocker for you. I got the Bears. I think the Bears, as the season goes, the Bears, once Caleb really gets his footing, I think the Bears are going to win some big games. I think they're gonna do enough to get into the playoffs. In the third wild card spot, just squeaking in. I got the Rams. As much as I think it's going to be tough for them to win that division, I don't think they will because they have a behemoth sitting in front of them. I still think the Rams are going to be a good team. They're going to put up numbers. It's going to be tough to score with them for a lot of teams, and I think they barely eke it. Right? So then we'll just skip right to the NFC Championship. I think it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles at the San Francisco 49ers. I think it's going to be a fantastic game. Like I said, I think Philly has a team that can get there. They can go win it all. They're built that way. They have a coach that's at least been to the Super Bowl before. They seem to be a well-cultured team. I think they're going to be in the NFC Championship. I think they're going to play the San Francisco 49ers. The Niners window, I don't know if it's closing, how long it's going to be open. I know I got a lot of faith in Brock Purdy. There's nothing that I've seen out of this guy that leads me any different. I think he's going to have a solid season. I think that, like, for me, I got San Francisco playing Atlanta for their first game of the playoffs in Santa Clara. So I could see San Francisco just winning that one. But if Philly has to go to San Fran, it's a tough place to play. It's a tough place to close. Or at least that's how it's been the last couple of years. When you're talking about playoffs, when you're talking about big games. I see that being the matchup. I see San Fran winning it. This is San Fran. They're trying to take it down. They're trying to go get it all. I believe that Brock Purdy is that guy. The numbers that he put up last year were remarkable. We saw the year before he took them to the NFC Championship. After coming in, he didn't start the season to start. He came in like halfway through the season. Took the team to the NFC Championship, got hurt pretty much the first play, and they lost. But then bounced back the next year and was just phenomenal. And there was a lot of slander on him because he was Mr. Irrelevant. Okay, put the numbers next to somebody. Who cares? Or because he was Mr. Irrelevant and, he walks into a situation where there's nothing but great players and top this and top that. All right. That doesn't mean you're going to do anything with it. We've seen that year over year. I think people forget how many times we've seen, players with great players around them and just not be able to get it done. Caleb Williams was drafted first overall and has a great team around him. So it seems. So if this guy goes out and just and puts up the same numbers that Brock Purdy put out, this guy will win MVP going away. Makes no sense. Makes zero sense. But San Francisco knocking off the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship. I think it'll be a hell of a game. I'll probably lose a couple years watching that game. I'll probably, I'll drink a lot. That's going to go down. I'm just going to tell you. But let's move on to Super Bowl. So Super Bowl matchup, I believe, is going to be San Francisco 49ers versus the New York Jets. I think it's going to be a hell of a game. Think that it's going to come down to the fourth quarter, last 5 minutes, and this will be the one that San Francisco actually takes home. Now, this will help cement Rodgers as one of the all-time greats just for taking the Jets to the Super Bowl because they haven't been in what seems like 100 years. But I think this is the time that the Niners win and take it on down. Or at least I hope so. But just the unbiased football fan in me, I don't see anybody in the NFC actually being better than them. I'm being a little more wide open in the AFC, partly because I want somebody to beat the damn Chiefs. But the Chiefs could be right there in the Super Bowl too. If the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl, I don't know. But the Jets. I think the Jets make the Super Bowl for the AFC. And I think that the 49ers take them down. Um, I'm going to say, if I'm going to give a score there, and of course this is super, super early, I'm going to say 31-20, 49ers over the Jets in the Super Bowl. So everybody mark that down, keep it, write it down. Let's see what happens. Um, I have it all written down. I will absolutely circle the wagons. Like I'm telling you, I have it all written down. Um, so we'll see what happens in the future. So just a note for everybody: I will be away for a couple of days, going camping. Don't really know if I have any, any Wi-Fi or anything like that. Um, but I will see everybody next week. That was a NFC breakdown, AFC, NFC. Um, let's get ready for some football, y'all. Let's get ready. Let's get it going. Um, that being said, y'all have a good one. Have fun. Have fun at it, right? Holla.